Alright, so I'm making this video because of what I saw. I wake up, I have an alarm set at night time to wake up. I want to get into that part. That's not why I'm making this video, but the part. Anyway, my alarm went off and I was going to get up. But I just lay there for an extra, just one more minute is kind of my thought process. And the next thing I know, I wasn't asleep. Next thing I know, I just saw. And it was only for like 10 minutes and then it ended. Or probably not even 10 minutes actually. I don't even know. It wasn't that long. The point is, what I saw was, so before I walked into a cathedral, I walked into the church, I saw suppression of traditionalists, traditional teachings, traditional, anything to do with tradition, anything to do with the traditional values, and the people who want to the people are trying to preserve it and they're trying to shut it down. Okay, just ask yourself, who wants that? Who would want the faith to die? Who would want any of that? Who is set against God? Of course, Satan. And well, I'm just going to go into what I saw. So I went into the cathedral after I saw all of that. And I was talking to God, saying, help, help, look what they're doing, look what they've done. And I was talking to the saints too. And then it was very, very obvious that God knows what's going on. He knows it. He knows all of this. He's allowing it to happen. He's got his own plan. He didn't tell me the plan. Just that there's a plan. And this is pretty much the gist of it. And so when you really look at it, what is it doing to people who want to keep the faith? It's giving them more passion and more fight, more, do you know what I mean? Like fire to keep the faith. And if you know how demons operate, you understand that when we sin, which is the temptation that comes from who? Okay? If you understand that, then when we give in to sin, we are actually doing the devil's will through us. Okay, it's our own responsibility because we have a choice to either reject sin or, go through sin. Okay, but when we have trouble with sin, we actually have an opening for the demons to do their will through us. Because they're only, for example, if there's anger or whatever, they get through you to another person, them to sin. Because then both people will be arguing and both people, does that make sense? I'm not doing a very good job explaining things, but what I'm trying to get us is God's will is better than ours, and it's either going to help people become more faithful and want to help love the faith. It's going to help people who understand they either want to keep the faith or they don't, okay? It's like a purification type of thing going on. That's an interpretation. That's my interpretation. I don't know how to interpret it. And it might not even come from God. So, however, that is what's going on. And if it is producing a fruit of wanting people to keep the faith, then I don't see why it would be from something evil. But that's my opinion on it. But you're seeing it everywhere. I need to make a separate video explaining how abortion is in fact not just a sin, it's a mortal sin. I know this and I can speak on it because of my own testimony to it before I became Catholic, before all of this. When I was a young child, I did see Jesus. I didn't understand anything. I didn't read the Bible or anything like that. I didn't understand any of that kind of stuff. But I also had other experiences. You know what? This is off topic. So off topic. Whoa.